This is your host, Quasar Raspel, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we woke up as Sora, and we found out that Mickey, or the King, as I guess I should say, is over at the Clock Tower train station, which is actually, now that I think about it, a really weird building to have. If that thing has bells in it, it's got to be reverberating all along the inside of that train station, making it really hard to hear anything whenever an hour passes. This is a very, very improper building. Because if anything collapses and the trains get damaged, if there's a train accident, the whole clock tower goes down. And it's a very tall building. Wow, this is a very... very dangerous building to be around the more I think about it. And as we've seen before, children are just allowed to climb on top of the roof of it, no problem. So, oh boy, lots of regulations going on here that I'm now just thinking about for the first time. And we get our very first nobody fight as Sora. Ah. This is a fight I don't like, first off. Like, they're dropping... I know I'm saying like a lot. I need to stop saying that now that I think about it. So, they're, like, they drop only MP orbs. So I'm gonna get damaged a lot with no way to recover. I don't think we can win this fight. I think we have to defeat a certain amount of enemies... or have a certain time limit pass, or get down to a certain amount of health. But I don't think we can win this. And already off the bat, playing as Sora, his moveset is different than Roxas, just ever so slightly. He will, like, if you attack an enemy who's slightly away, he might do a small dash towards them, or leap into the air better. He has like a wider reach with his attacks. It's not a huge difference, but Roxas is clearly slower than Sora is.
Your Majesty?
Shh. You gotta board the train and leave town. The train knows the way. Here.
You know, I never understood why we need this money to pay for the train ticket, because we never need to pay for the train ticket after this.
The king? Was that really him?
Like, the area we're about to go to, we're going to go by train, and we'll never need to buy another train ticket using any form of money. Like, do we just buy a lifetime pass with this?
Uh-huh. But we just saw him.
Yep.
And if the king is here, that means Riku's here.
He's gotta be.
Or you're wrong. I mean, just because one person's in an area does not mean there's another person in an area.
Together. Kyrie's there waiting for us.
You ever think of that one,
What
Sora?
are you two gonna do?
Oh, gosh, Sora, you have to ask.
Hey, what's so funny?
Your face. What do you say, guys? Let's stick together for one more journey.
Yeah, we got like 8 journeys after this, but let's stick together for one more.
We have to board the
Actually, how many journeys are after this one?
Come on.
Huh, now that I think about it... No, this is currently the journey that Sora, Donald, and Goofy have all joined together. Like, let's see, the games after this one are 3D, which they don't travel together.
Hey, Sora?
There's also Recoded, which actually has none of these guys in it.
Just
It's a
seemed
data
like something we ought to
Sora.
do.
That's a whole nother can of worms.
Really?
And Kingdom Hearts
Thanks.
2.8. No, wait. That's called
You should hurry and get your
0.2,
tickets.
Right.
which is the Fragmented Passage, which is stars someone else entirely. So yeah, this is the last journey that Sora, Donald, and Goofy have currently been on. God, this
They're the
game
same.
series is convoluted.
3 tickets, please. I can't help feeling like we won't see this town again.
Why not?
You're thinking too much.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's not foreshadowing, like, that's not foreshadowing something weird. We aren't going to come, we are going to come back to this town, actually. Like, this is not the last time. Not by a long shot. Couple of items scattered about the area. I actually have Goofy restocking his potions and giving him free use to use them as much as he wants. Because I don't really use potions after this point. I'm going to mostly be using high potions and eventually cure. So why do I have to ask Donald if we're ready to leave? Of course I'm ready. Allow me to board the train, dang it.
Okay, let's go. Bye.
Hey, Sora? You sure we haven't met before?
Positive. Why do you ask?
I don't know.
That is actually a good question, because if you get into the logic behind this game, it gets really skewed, because remember that was a whole data world that Roxas was thrown into?
Yeah. Don't know where it came from.
This is not the
Pull it together.
data world, I don't believe.
Right.
Maybe it is?
See ya.
But Hayner, Pence, and Olette seem to remember you when you are in the real Twilight Town too. It gets convoluted. Again, I say I know this story really well, but at the same time, it's got those questions. It has those questions. I will be the first to riff on them. Well, he's gone. Time to go back and sit in a back alley for the rest of the game. They're never important. They have never been important. I kind of wish that I'm trying to remember if Hayner, Pence, and Olette actually did serve a purpose.
You know? I'm sad.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we can visit Hayner and those guys again.
I love how Sora just looks at that like, huh. We're in space. Neat. This isn't concerning in the slightest. And not once did we realize that we careened off the tracks and are now actually dead.
Guess that's that.
Let's go.
Go where? It's not like we have homes to return to. We don't exist, remember?
Yes, it's true. We may not have homes. But there is some place I want to go. And someone I want to see.
Same here. So, you think you might let us go? I know you're here to get rid of us, but...
Diz, wants to get rid of me?
You are kind of a threat.
You sure about this?
I owe you both.
For what?
Castle Oblivion. You helped us.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Thank you.
If I recall correctly, this is a scene specifically added in the final mix version of the game. This wasn't present in the original Kingdom Hearts 2. I could be wrong about that. I could be very wrong about that. And hello, beginning of adventure! The Mysterious Tower. Which never actually gets a name, it's just always called a Mysterious Tower. No matter how familiar you are with it, it's always mysterious.
There goes our ride.
Yep, that's gone. Didn't mean to talk to Donald, I just wanted to open the treasure chest. I could have Donald be able to use ethers as much as he wants, or ethers. I call them ethers. I always will. I don't know why.
What's going on?
Like, whenever I refer to
See if the master is here.
a world, like the magical stream of the world, I always say, like, I'm gonna send you to the ether. But whenever I'm talking about the item, I always say ether, even if they're spelled the same way. No idea why.
See, it don't matter how tough he is. Once he's a Heartless, he'll do as I say.
Yes.
That's right. They're those things that come out of the darkness in folks' hearts. Why, with all those Heartless at her side, my dear friend Maleficent is gonna conquer everything. And since I got me a debt to pay, I'm going round to a bunch of different worlds and building an army of Heartless, special for her. Oh, why am I talking to you pipsqueaks anyway? Go on, Scram, I'm behind schedule as it is.
You ought to find something nicer to do.
Oh, says who? Huh? Oh, it's you!
Pete?
What are you two Nimrods doing here?
What are you doing here?
Oh, who's that voice actor?
We sure do. Pete's been causing trouble for ages. His Majesty banished him to another dimension a long time ago. I wonder how he escaped.
You want to know how, eh? Well, Maleficent busted me out, that's how. And now your world, no, all the worlds are gonna belong to yours truly. 'Cause Maleficent's gonna help me conquer them.
Maleficent, huh?
Oh, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing
Power is so
because,
She's toast.
yeah, first off, these guys are so casual. It's just like, oh, you want to talk to that person? Here's something hilarious. We murdered her.
Well, we might have had something to do with it.
They are the most chillaxed about
Round up!
talking about someone they murdered earlier. It's like, oh, we maybe killed that person. Yeah. Dead, shot, just, they were a dragon, we just slice them right in half.
You just wait. Nobody, and I do mean nobody, messes with the mighty Pete.
So, Mighty Pete, who lives in this tower anyway?
Oh, you don't know, eh? Well, it's old Yen Sid. course, he's probably a Heartless by now.
I love that lip syncing they did there. Like, it was so good. Like, you could actually feel that it was such a natural voice that came out of it. I love this voice actor they got for
Sounds
Pete.
powerful.
Like, the way his chin just, like, wobbles, dude, with his fat is just awesome. Like, that's... And don't forget, this was a PlayStation 2 game where it may seem like that's common practice nowadays with people doing perfect lip syncing and all that, but voices for characters for, like, long-length games started with PlayStation 2. I mean, yes, there were games for PlayStation 1 with voice acting, but it was PlayStation 2 that started doing, like, the real lip syncing. There are, like, some things like that in PlayStation. For example, I'm remembering that Spyro the Dragon had, like, some mouth flaps to it, but this is really impressive to me, actually, even to this day. And I know that this is the HD version that came out on PlayStation 4, but you can definitely still even see it on PlayStation 2. I wish I remembered that voice actor's name, because he's been in a lot of stuff that I really enjoy. I'll probably flash it on screen. Hey, future me, just flash on screen whoever that voice actor is. I love the dude. I don't know him personally, but just his work is something I enjoy listening to. I think also, as of right now, the same voice actor is doing, like, Lord Boxman of OKKO. I think that's the same voice actor. I hope that he reprises his role for Kingdom Hearts 3. That would just be awesome. Oh yeah, and because this is the final mix version, all these enemies have different colors than the original versions. I never understood that. I guess it's so people know that you're playing the final mix version, but it's not like they did this for every character. They only did it for the enemies. Cyclone. Oh, missed.
Yeah.
Heartless. Things haven't changed one bit.
To be fair, those nobodies are really a pain to fight.
So the worlds aren't at peace after
And then we
all?
got this mouth flapping going on, which is still not at, like, let's face it, it's not good whenever they do the mouth, like the static 2D mouth flaps on top of the 3D models. It's really noticeable for me these days. It was a shortcut, but it really does make you appreciate how, like, for certain scenes, how good they did.
Master Jensen, it's an honor.
Hey there.
Sora, show some respect.
So, you are Sora. Now then, have you seen the king yet?
Yes, we did, Master, but we didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yes, the king has been quite busy of late. Therefore, it would seem that the task of instructing you three falls upon my shoulders. You have a perilous journey ahead of you. You must be well prepared.
You mean we have to go on another quest? I was looking forward to finding my friend Riku, so we could go back to the islands.
Yes, I know. However, everything in your journey, Sora, is connected. Whether you will find your way home to the islands, whether you will return alone or with your friend, and whether or not the islands will still be there. And the key that connects them all is you, Sora.
I'm the key?
No crap. We learned that, like, from the first game, but I guess some things need to be resaid.
Chosen wielder of the Keyblade. You are the key that will open the door to light.
And Goofy and Donald, I guess you're here too, I guess.
This book contains valuable knowledge you will need for your journey. Study it carefully. Once you have finished, we will speak of the enemies you will surely confront.
I'm not going to read the entire book, but I am going to go over the pages. Just for anyone who wants to, like, read this stuff can pause the video. Alright. Oh, I should have grabbed the treasure chest.
How come the Heartless are still running around?
Your past endeavors did prevent an immense effusion of Heartless from the Great Darkness. Make no mistake about that. However, the Heartless are darkness made real, and darkness yet lingers in every heart. The Heartless are fewer, but while darkness exists in a single heart, it will be difficult to eliminate them.
Gorge, that must mean if everybody's heart was full of light, them Heartless would go away.
Yeah, that's so freaking easy, Goofy. We just need to make sure everyone is happy, sunshine, flowers forever. That's so dumb. Of course, that's not gonna happen.
If one such as you, Donald, yields to the darkness in their heart, they too will become heartless. But you know this.
Yes.
The Heartless are always learning.
I think Donald's most upset that his Heartless would be a shadow. Just like Sora's was.
Now then. At times, if someone with a strong heart and will, be they evil or good, becomes a Heartless, the empty shell they leave behind begins to act with a will of its own.
This is actually a good introduction to these villains, explaining what they are, with logic that we already know about the Heartless.
Fades from existence, for you see, no bodies do not truly exist at all. No bodies may seem to have feelings, but this is a ruse. They only pretend to have hearts.
Until it gets retconned, where we actually find out that they do have emotions, they do have hearts, and they pretty much grow their own, which is the thing. Like, the ones with faces, like these Dusk's ones, yes, they don't have hearts, they don't have feelings. But we find out, like, oh, which game was it? Kingdom Hearts 3D?
some with
Like,
frightening
it turns out they do.
abilities.
They do have emotions. They do have things like that. So all of this is retconned later on,
On
but
your
that's
journey,
understandable.
You will meet an alarming number
Just
of
keep in
Dust.
mind
They will all attempt
that
to do
like
you
that
harm.
emotion stuff is complete BS because we see nobodies later laughing and we see them
destined to return to darkness.
we see them with emotions, and I don't understand like why why this game thinks it can get away with it. I mean, Roxas, after all, the one we were playing as, had emotions. The reason Sora cried when he saw Hainer was because of Roxas's emotions.
It commands the lesser
I mean, yeah, you could
abilities.
say it's his memories that triggered that in Sora, and Sora had the emotions, but it's still off is all.
While Heartless act on instinct, nobody is functioning in a higher manner. They can think and plan, and it seems they are working towards a goal. What that goal is, we do not know. The king sensed the danger and journeyed forth to fight it. He found the Dark Realm's Keyblade and with it closed the door. Now he's traveling from world to world, fighting the Heartless as he seeks the answer to the riddle of the Nobodies and Organization 13.
That means the entire time during the first
guess
game
we better
while
go find
we
the
were
king
playing,
first.
like when we were playing Kingdom Hearts 1 and trying to stop the Heartless and save the
Yeah,
seven
and the king
princesses
must
of
know where
Heart,
Riku is, 'cause
King
the two
Mickey
of them were
already
together
knew
in
that the
Realm of
organization
Darkness when
existed.
we closed the door. You know, after defeating Ansem.
So, before you go, you will need more suitable traveling clothes.
Oh yeah.
Those look a bit too small for you.
Yeah, dude, you can see my
There,
knees
you'll
now,
find three
like
good
easily.
things. If you ask, they'll
Like I'm wearing
create for
biker
you
shorts.
Appropriate garments.
Gorsh, Sora, you sure are growing fast.
Yeah, it was only a
Yes.
year, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, let's quickly grab this. It's a map.
Me, you guys, Riku, and the king. I don't care who this organization is or what it's planning. With the 5 of us, I mean, 6 of us, there's nothing to worry about, right?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out what that means. I mean, no one corrects him. Like, if it was the other way around, with the 6 of us, I mean the 5 of us will be alright. He might be, like, mistaking Roxas as one of them for a brief second. But because of that, it's like, why is no one calling him out on that?
Dears, Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Oh, take a shot.
For clothes, you come to the right place.
I'll do the designing.
No, that will never do. Oh, now, dears.
But don't you like this better?
Hold on.
Are you certain?
Blue.
Yeah, it's just a dumb scene of them trying to figure out what to put on Sora. It's just the old clothes with the different color palettes.
Would you just decide?
Oh, well.
All right, then. Together now, dears. And no more squabbling. Oh, my.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh,
And I know this outfit is so dumb due to all the zippers and pockets and extra belts. Look, he has a belt for each leg that does literally nothing.
Very special power.
But I freaking love the color aesthetic to it.
Take the
Like, I love this outfit. It's flashy in just the right ways.
Watch what happens.
Whoa!
And we get my favorite mechanic.
Two Keyblades.
This journey's going to be twice as difficult as your last.
The garments also have other powers, but you'll have to discover what they are as you continue on your journey.
I still have no idea why a change in clothes allows me to wield a second Keyblade.
From Master Yen said.
But it's still awesome. Like this whole idea of, first off, the Star Seeker. I love this Keyblade. I hate that we can't switch out to it immediately. And Valor Form, the drive command. It's so beautiful. I love the drive forms in this game. But I shouldn't show it off right now simply because, like, I don't have any enemies to fight, and I can only use it when my drive gauge has at least 3 bars, and right now, I only have a max of 3 bars. And yes, this is something else that was added to the final mix version of this game. Yeah, these puzzle pieces that we get can be found throughout every world. And when you put them together, you get some item rewards, and they give you some really nice item rewards, depending on which puzzles you complete, but it's completely unnecessary. It just adds a little bit of exploration to the game.
Oh, it's the gummy ship.
So you guys ready to go?
Now, just a moment.
I love how they just go at ease.
The worlds have returned to their original states. That means the pathways between them have disappeared.
How do we get around?
Do not fear. If what the king suspected proves true, the worlds have prepared new pathways along which you may travel. These pathways may be utilized by unlocking special gates.
If only we had a giant key or some. Oh,
How
wait.
these gates are opened, I'm afraid I do not know. However, the Keyblade will serve as your guide. When a beam of light radiates from the Keyblade, return to the gummy ship. Though the worlds may seem far apart and out of reach, they nonetheless remain connected by invisible ties, as do our hearts.
Way to get cheesy on
Our
me.
hearts are connected.
That is correct.
Got it.
But be warned, as you proceed, the Heartless and the Nobodies will be using their own paths, corridors of darkness, to travel from world to world. They may be attempting to link these dark pathways to the gates between the worlds.
Oh, that's not fair.
It's perfectly fair, actually.
Now then, that is all the information I can give to you. Go forth, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Everyone is waiting.
Okay, let's get going.
I swear, it's like we find a way to go to Mars through space travel, like on a spaceship, and then another man invents a teleporter that can just teleport himself to Mars. And then it's just like, hey, that's not fair that you used a teleporter. It's perfectly fair. They just have a different method of travel.
My goodness.
I didn't know this was a game all of a sudden.
Haven't we seen this somewhere before? Yes.
It was like from our movie or some. Oh, wait, we don't talk about that.
Maleficent.
No, we mustn't remember her name. Oh, dear.
She was a mean old witch. Oh no, the memories are coming back. What'll we do? Oh, what'll we do?
Goodness me.
Oh,
This is
whatever
very,
shall we
very
do? Perhaps we should tell Master Yen Sid.
Yes,
Like,
that's
someone
what we
has to
must do.
explain to me
Hurry.
the logic behind this. Like, what... Like, how does that bring Maleficent back?
Maleficent!
Because if you just needed someone to remember who Maleficent was, Pete exists. Pete is serving her. Why doesn't that bring her back? Or what about Sora, the person who defeated her? Why doesn't that bring her back? Or anyone else from that world? Or does it have to be specifically those, like those fairies? I'm confused. I mean, I'm just going with its magic. Don't have to explain anything.
Wait, I think it's a world we know.
Yeah, but that's going to be it for this episode. Next time on Kingdom Hearts 2, we're going to be heading to Hollow Bastion. So, hope to see you guys then. This has been your host, Khazar Raspel. Hoping to see you in the next episode, and signing out.